Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Kotetsu and welcome back finally to a new episode of Q&A. And it's been a very long time since I've done this. Now I'm sort of getting on the habit of only doing this like once a month. It's actually been probably more like 5 weeks at this point since I've done a Q&A, so it's definitely been a long time. I'll do more of them if you guys want me to. It's really up to you because like I don't know how much you guys really want to see this series, like like once a week or maybe like once every 2 weeks or once a month. I don't really know which ones you guys would prefer, so just make sure to tell me in the comment section down below. And yeah, let's get into some of these questions that you guys asked me in the last Q&A. Bacon McBoy said, do you think Hazardous even knows him? And I think this is referring to the last video in which like I put like Hazardous in like the title and the thumbnail because like one of the questions in the last videos had like something to do with him. And in response to that, I think he has like seen my channel before, but he doesn't really know about my content all that much because I've sent in a few clips to him for like his like top 5/10 stunt series when he did that more often, and he did a compilation video where he put like the best like stunts and stuff like that like in that video, and he credited everyone in the description of a goo/gl link, and he would have had to visit everyone's channels to get those links in the first place. So I think he's seen my channel before, but just maybe not like many of my videos. Dark Stunter said, Mafia is a very good stunter, and I would have to agree with you. He's just like so creative, especially if those new techniques that he's like invented within his like time in the stunning community, like that one where he gets like the bump off of like the ambulance and stuff like that. I remember, if I remember correctly, that was his original idea. I'm still not 100% sure, but I remember seeing that for the first time in his like 200k montage, and just like that idea along with so many other ideas that he's just been like the first person to do it. So he's definitely creative, to say the least. Deep Sea asks, what do you think when people who are really bad become really good and then people think they're modding? And I think most of the time that's complete bullshit, because just like, I don't know, like the amount of stunters that have been caught using mods in this community compared to the amount of stunters that like have never used mods and never will, that just like overwhelmingly more people rather than people use mods. So I think just like accusing people of using mods without much evidence in the first place is beyond idiotic, because chances are they're not using mods unless it's like painfully obvious, like in certain BMX team tashes where their like head like hits the ground and they're like rolling on it and they still like don't like fall off. Like then it's like obvious they're using mods. But when someone just hits like a really good stunt, like chances are it's just like because they got like a lucky bump, like a lucky landing, or like anything else. It's like a lot less likely that they actually used mods to hit the stunt. So like just like don't accuse people of using mods unless it's like really obvious, or else you're just kind of like you're kind of doing that person a disservice in a way if you just accuse them of using mods and like get everyone to think they're untrustworthy, and then in the end they don't use mods, and then I don't know, it just kind of ruins their reputation. Dragons47 asks, Q&A, what could revive the community? And the Russian zombie had really good answer to this, and he says, Dragons47, new creative techniques, less immature kids, more content monthly, a divide between PC stunters and console stunters, and overall better relations between stunters. And that was like a well said answer, but I'm gonna give my own answer as well. I think like all the things that the Russian zombie said could really revive the community. I don't exactly agree with a divide between PC stunters and console stunters. I mean, I might have agreed with that like a year ago, but I think at this point, like PC is at a point where it's not like quite as not quite as advantageous as it once was when it was like first released. Like for instance, like those really big wall climbs that people were able to do when PC first came out, it's not like you can do any of that stuff anymore. So I don't really think PC is as unfair as it once was. So I'm not really like as in much of a support of the divide, but like less immature kids, I agree with that. More content monthly, most definitely. New creative techniques, that's like needed as well, and better relations. That's probably the most important thing, because believe it or not, like a lot of people have left this community of ours because of like assholes, like people like being mean. So like yeah, I mean that just has to end, and all the other stuff that you mentioned is stuff that could definitely help this community as well. EVHD asks, Q&A, if you had the chance to play the starring role in any movie, what movie would it be? And Well, I'm not sure, like, if I would want to be a starring role in a movie in the first place. Like, if you said just role in a movie, I would have wanted to be the comic relief character who doesn't exactly get, like, the most screen time out of anyone, but when that character is in the screen, like me, like all the, like, every word counts. Like, I want to be that character who's, like, in, like, the part, like, only certain parts of the movie, but, like, whatever I say just, like, really resonates with the audience. Just, like, a few, like, really funny lines, like, that's what I'd want to be. But, okay, if I had to be the starring role, I haven't really thought much about this. That's a question. I don't usually think about being in the center of attention, but I'm having a hard time thinking of a realistic situation for this. I guess I'd want to just be like a cool main character who's like funny. I'd like much rather be in like a comedy movie than like a serious movie because I don't know, maybe if my like appearance and personality, I think I'd be a lot less convincing as a main character in like a horror like anime or something. Wait, did I say anime? Dang it, I'm so used to anime. I mean movie. Yeah, like I'm pretty sure everyone like gets what I'm saying right there. But I mean, if I had to play a starring role in any movie, like, what movie would it be? Well, I don't think I want to say just, like, a movie that's already come out, because I can't imagine, like, any other actor than, like, the one that was really originally in that movie, because that'd be weird. But, like, I would just want to be in, like, any comedy movie. I'm not really too picky about that. Extreme Stunter asks, your subscribers aren't growing? And, yeah, for about a month and a half there, my subscribers really weren't growing. And what was because of it is, up until recently, like, YouTube had, like, the glitch where it unsubbed, like, 10 people from your channel daily. But the problem with me is, like, I always got about, like, 10 new subscribers each day. So what ended up happening is it just, like, those, like, two numbers just, like, canceled out. And I was stuck at, like, 3,820 subscribers for the longest time. Luckily, within the past week, YouTube seems to have fixed whatever was wrong because my channel is, like, starting to grow again. And that is awesome. Thank you, guys. I'm gonna be at 4K subscribers really soon if we keep this pace up. Not by the end of the year, but definitely sometime in early January. I'm definitely gonna be at 4K subscribers. So, yeah, that's a lot of subscribers. Wow. But I mean, just like now, I would have already been there if that glitch wouldn't have happened. And I feel like that didn't just affect me; that affected everyone. That freaking sucked. Especially since like December is that month where like you shine in like the YouTube algorithms. It was just like. Just like a missed opportunity is the best way to describe it. But you know what? At least it didn't last like a super long time. At least they like got their shit together and fixed it. It's Thrown asked, what are some bands you listen to? And not everything I list here is gonna exactly be a band, but just musicians or music groups that I've taken a liking in. I like Porter Robinson and Madeon, as you guys know. They create very original music. Fox Stevenson is pretty good too. I found out about that guy on Mr. Suicide Sheep, the YouTube channel, like that one. I highly recommend it if you've never heard of it. He posts some very good music on there that I enjoy. I enjoy like all of like the older, like just like sort of edgy rock music type of stuff. Like Evanescence was very good. Same thing with like Linkin Park and like Pink Floyd and that kind of stuff. Or like, I don't know. Like, just, like, anything. Just, like, rock. Like, I never mind rock. Like, I can listen to any type of rock music, and I would never dislike it. I mean, I haven't watched, like, one GTA 5 Teamtage that had rock music in it, and I disliked it. I mean, if it has rock music, like, how can you go wrong? I'm always gonna like it. And I'm always, like, up for, like, listening to new music. Like, I'm into, like, older stuff and, like, newer stuff at the same time. My taste in music actually is quite broad, so there's nothing I really don't like. I mean, like, I can be listening to live music stuff too, and I can be like enjoying it like there too. The only thing that I cannot stand is country music, okay? It's just like everything that country music represents is so exactly the opposite of what I am. I can't relate to the music whatsoever at all. It's just like the exact opposite of me. And also, I just don't like the instrumentals that they use for those songs, just like the voices, or like anything that the songs like are meant to like sort of represent. I just can't connect with any of it. But any other genre besides country, like I'm okay with. Legacy Pancakes asked, did you cry at the end of Your Lie on April? Cause I did. And Yeah, I watched it a while back when it was on Netflix. Chances are, if an anime is on Netflix, I've watched it, because even though I know plenty of other ways to watch anime that are not on Netflix, it's just so convenient to watch them when you're on Netflix, because you don't have to do all that bookmarking or any extensive processes to remember which episode you're on. It's just sort of like automatic, so that's very convenient. So that's why I usually end up finishing most animes that are on Netflix. And I didn't cry. I'm not gonna spoil this show for anyone who hasn't watched it. Like, it's a very good show. I recommend it, personally, if you haven't watched it yet. But I just got very, very sad. I mean, like, I don't think I've ever really cried before, with the exceptions being, physical pain, because I've broken bones before, and it hurt so bad that I cried. Even though I have an incredibly, high, tolerance to pain. Actually, in that case, I, like, shattered an entire limb, so that just, like, hurt beyond belief. But with even my high pain tolerance, I cried, like, at that point, because it just hurt so bad. But, like, in terms of, like, shows, like, movies, music, I've never really cried before. I kind of have, like, a heart of stone that is, like, sort of developed over time. I'm not sure if, like, getting a girlfriend or something will change that. I kind of hope so, but yeah, I haven't really cried at, like, any anime or anything. That's kind of sad. I mean, I kind of wish I did, but it's just, like, hard, like, where I am right now to bring myself to do that. Like, it's not that I don't want to, it's just, like, it's hard for me. Logical asks, Q&A, dress up like a Roadman. And you were talking me about this the entire damn stream last time I did it. You know, I'm gonna look up what a Roadman is. I still don't know what the hell a Roadman is, so I'm looking up what a Roadman is right now. Okay, I'm gonna look it up on Urban Dictionary, and the definition as follows. Roadman comes from a 21st century slang word describing a boy, normally at a teenage age, as someone who thoroughly knows the ins and outs of his area and the people in his area. He also will be involved in popular events such as trapping, driving, cruising, parties, and etc. Alright, okay, so I'll read another definition. This one seems a bit more, like, honest. Typical teenage boys who drop out of school and instead do these things. Smoke weed, wear tracksuit bottoms with bomber jackets, ride around the area on bikes, commit crimes, robberies in particular, and also they show aggressive and intimidating behavior. And lives on benefits and acts tough, hard, slang for tough. And they also chill in shady areas in front of fast food restaurants. So, like, I'm assuming, like, dressing like a Roadman, like, pretty much what you're talking about that is, like, dressing, like, all gangster and stuff. And you know what, like, with the clothing attire that I'm wearing right now is pretty much the opposite of that. Like, I don't really own any clothes that would probably, be considered as a Roadman in the first place. I'm pretty sure that's a term that really only is, like, UK/England kind of stuff, because I've lived in America all my life, and I have yet to ever hear anyone use that word. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a UK thing, and I'm not gonna dress up like a Roadman. Sorry, you can if you want to, especially because you live in the appropriate country for doing so. So, yeah. Marston asks, Q&A, if I was solo, would you consider me as the best solo stunter like you did in 2015? Well, buddy, I kind of would, except your other buddy, Dark Stunter, released a really convincing solo, like, not even 2 days ago. It was actually today. Why did I say 2 days ago? I know that was released today, but that finisher of Dark Stunter solo, I mean, if you're just, like, watching this video today, like, go check out Dark Stunter solo if you haven't already. Like, I highly recommend it. I had an awesome time watching it, and the stunts in there were breathtaking, to say the least. So, like, go and watch that, like, after you finish watching my video. Yeah, so, yeah, like, I would maybe consider you the second best solo stunter this year. So if you were solo, would you consider me the best solo stunter like you did in 2015? Well, if Dark Stunter was solo, you guys are probably wondering how I was tying that in, right? Saying, like, if Dark Stunter was a solo stunter, maybe I'd put him slightly above you this year because, like, Marston, you released, like, your big stuff last year, but neither you or Dark Stunter are solo, are you? So, yeah, like, there's not really too many good solo stunters, like, anymore, are there? I mean, like, I'm a solo stunter, but I'm not good, so, yeah, you can't really say that, but, yeah, if you were solo, would you consider me the best solo stunter? I would consider you the second best solo stunter if you were solo, but I would consider Dark Stunter the second best solo stunter if he was a solo stunter, but he's not because they're both in Evolve, and yeah, that's kind of it's a bit of a confusing question, like really, and my answer was probably more confusing for you guys. MTTHS asks, Q&A, would you kiss PewDiePie's dick if you get his subs? And without even thinking about it, yeah, I would, because just know what getting PewDiePie's subs would entail, okay? The man has about like 51 million subscribers at this point, and if I had that many subscribers, you could make any kind of content you want, and you get enough views on it to live off of it your entire life. Like, no matter what, like, all circumstances. I mean, that's the position that PewDiePie is in. And all I'd have to do is kiss his dick one time. And considering I'm straight, I wouldn't even be turned on by that in the first place. I could like close my eyes, just do it real quickly, and I'd be like, man, I'm done. Give me your subs, bitch. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, like, I would most definitely do that to get his subs. Because his subs are like far more valuable than like any embarrassment I would get by doing that in the first place. Ninja Bro asks, Q&A, will you come here to Germany? And a lot of you guys are wondering on like the timeline in my life, like when I'm gonna travel to so-and-so European country. And I've already decided where I'm traveling, like in my lifespan, like just the order of like where I travel to. And I'm gonna travel to Japan first, and Japan, obviously, and then I'm gonna travel to England and France, and, like, when I go to Europe, I'm gonna try and hit, like, every single European country, so I don't miss out on any of you guys. Like, I'm gonna go to Japan maybe when I'm, like, I don't know, like, 17 or 18, I would say. And I don't know, I might hit Europe when I'm like 19 or 20, that's just a guess. So I'm not gonna quit YouTube until then. I'll be a much bigger YouTuber by then, hopefully, like if I continue making content for you guys. So yeah, so like when I will come to Germany, well, when I take my huge Europe trip, I'll probably hit like UK first, like Ireland, Scotland, like around there. Then I'll hit France. Oh boy, France will take a long time. I know a lot of people there. Like maybe Germany next. I don't know a lot of people in Spain. I might skip like Spain, Portugal. Like, no offense intended to the people who live there, but just not enough people live there to warrant me visiting there. Germany, I might go as like far as like, I don't know, like Netherlands, like Poland, I might like cut it off there, but definitely Netherlands too. Maybe Denmark, I don't know. Probably not enough reasons for me to go like to like Norway, Sweden, or like Finland. Like I might skip there too, but definitely most of like mainland Europe I'll get to like maybe when I'm, again, like I said, 19 or 20. So, yeah, like, that was kind of a long explanation. I was just trying to avoid future questions with that one, too. I was just trying to explain it all with that one question. The Russian Zombie asks, Q&A, what are your top 3 biggest problems with the stunting community? Types of videos, children, leakers, etc. And, all the 3 that you listed, like, besides the first one, I would consider problems. Types of videos, more or less, I would consider what the actual problem is the content creators here in the stunning community aren't really as driven to really make as much content as of lately. Which is, you know, a bit upsetting, like, when you have YouTubers who are, like, have, like, above 1K subscribers, and they aren't really making new content, they're not really making new stunt challenges, they're privating old videos. All these really bad, practices that I sort of, I feel a feeling of dismay when I see other YouTubers do them. I'm not gonna be name-dropping anyone, but, like, you guys can probably guess, like, the people doing that. I don't really approve of that. Like, I won't be doing any of that stuff. There's just no reason to. And I'll continue making new content, too, because there's really no reason to stop here, so. And in terms of, like, children, like, yeah, like, the stunning community just keeps getting younger and younger. Now, what I'm hoping is gonna happen at some point is that, like the people that are young now are gonna slowly get a little bit older, and like the average age of this community will hopefully like increase from like 11 years old, because as of right now, I'm not even kidding, your average stunter is like 11 years old, and that's a little bit of a problem in a way, because when you're 11, your cognitive ability, like, I'm not calling them stupid, but they're not like quite fully developed yet, and some of the decisions they make are quite questionable, because they aren't really second guessing or like taking another moment to think about what they're doing or saying. So a lot of times they'll just like say and do bizarre things, or things that like hurt others, because like, they just aren't really mature enough. So I'm hoping, like, they'll, like, progressively just, like, get older, and, not as many, like, younger kids, like, join this community. Like, I'm not discouraging anyone, but I just feel like, on average, the stunting community would be way better off if the average stunter was around, like, maybe 13 years old. Yeah, 13 years old. Like, I'd be okay if the average stunter is 13, okay? There's no problem with that. But 11, it's just, like, problems just tend to, like, run along with that. I mean, like, it's just kind of hard to avoid. XUnluckyX asks, Q&A, will you ever play PS4 again? And not too long ago, I did the stream on PS4, like 3 days ago. You guys seemed to really enjoy it. I got up to 40 viewers at one point, so that was pretty awesome. That's not the highest amount of viewers ever gone on a live stream, but I'm thankful regardless. Like, 40 people tune in for it, like, concurrently. That's awesome in my opinion, so thank you very much. I think my record is 55 viewers at once, and that beats out the official Evolve Stunting. When they did a stream, they got 53 viewers max, so I got more viewers than an Evolve Stunting stream would. So just, like, wow, just, like, insane in my opinion. Thanks for, like, so many of you guys just, like, supporting my streams. It's just unbelievable in my opinion. When I did it on, like, Twitch, like, it got, like, almost to the top of the GTA page too. Same thing with my Final Fantasy stream, it got, like, really high up there too. So just thanks for watching my streams when I do them. That really just gives me, like, encouragement to, like, do more streams. And I'm not going to be recording videos on PS4 just because, like, PC, it's so convenient to record videos on PC. It's really hard to go back to my old, like, video making practices on PS4, which is overall just, like, much harder to use the Rockstar editor, because if I did a Rockstar edit on the PS4, I would have to take so many extra steps to put on PC. Just so on PC, I can, like, go in my file folder and find it incredibly easily. So, just overall for video making, PC is so much easier, so I probably won't be making any more videos on the PS4 version of GTA 5 because I feel no reason to, but I will be continuing to do, like, open lobbies and streams, like, occasionally on PS4 because, like, it just, like, gives an opportunity for more people, like, to take part of the channel and just, like, get a chance to talk with me and, like, be on the live stream stuff, and overall it's a lot of fun, so I'll just continue doing the streams on PS4 probably. So anyways, guys, yes, that was a very, very long Q&A. I took my time to answer the questions, not for watch time purposes. I don't even have mid-rolls enabled anyway, and if you do, that means it's a video claimed by a third-party company, not me, because I would never enable mid-rolls on my own, like, accord. Not because, like, I'm just not trying to make extra money. That's not why. It's because, like, I just have respect for my viewers, and I don't really think you guys should have to sit through more than one ad on my videos. That's just a personal thing for me, so I just feel like it's more respectful if I do it that way. Yeah, and, like, besides, like, that sort of unneeded explanation, like, I know I've had people, like, ask me about mid-rolls before, and that's always what I say. Like, again, some of my older videos, you will be finding mid-rolls, and that's because they've been claimed by companies that I use the music in, because I used to be so freaking bad about finding music that didn't have copyright. I mean, I always used to use copyright music, so I didn't really learn that, like, doing that is a bad idea, because advertisers will just put, like, 8 mid-rolls in your freaking video, if you get what I'm saying, because they have the ability to do that if you use their content. So that's why now I'm just, like, really sure to make my videos not get content ID claims. It's like, I just don't want to have to deal with all that stuff. And besides that, make sure to leave some new questions, comments, challenges, whatever in the comment section. Leave something in the comment section for me to do in the next video. I want as many comments as possible because that's what makes these videos more fun to make, like, no matter how often I do them. And I said at the beginning of the video, just, like, me suggest, like, should I do this every week, like, every other week, or every month? Because, again, I don't really know how often it's, like, enjoyable for you guys to watch these. So make sure to share your opinion on that also. And with that all aside, that's going to be it for this video. So if you guys enjoyed this video at any point in time, be sure to drop a like on the video because it does help a lot. And also be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for daily GTA 5 content and more. And until next time, this is Kotetsu. Have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Kotetsu out.